Hi there, welcome to my channel. Welcome back to my channel if you're a subscriber. Susan Winter here from susanwinter.net. I am reading your video requests because this one is interesting that I'm going to read today. It's about psychic energy and energy loss. And I think those of you who follow a lot of these videos have heard me talk about that unusual time when you can't get somebody out of your mind, you can't get them out of your mind. Finally, you're like emotionally free and you have this, and out of nowhere, now they contact you. There are things that happen in the ethers that I can't explain why they happen. I just know that they happen. So I have a question here from Mark that wants to know another version of that. Mark, thanks for this. So Mark writes, "Hi Susan. First, let me say one thing. You are the best, and I appreciate that. Thank you. Thanks for being you and doing what you do. My question is, does the loss of our psychic energy work both ways? I have no desire to get back together with my ex, but I sometimes have this unexpected sadness come over me after a random memory of her pops into my head. Could this be a symptom of her psychic energy coming to me? Thanks." This is a really good question, and I'm a little hesitant to speak in a concrete manner over something in the ethereal that I cannot prove. I do know from my own experience, Mark, that when I break that tie and finally get free from somebody, that they'll sense it and then they want back in. This I have experienced. Could this be possible? Could the fact that you have once in a while a thought of her pop into your head, could it be that she's thinking about you? Absolutely. Can I guarantee it as a fact? No. We're talking about a realm that's got no SEC, it's got no jurisdiction, we've got no scientific proof of any of this yet. It sounds plausible, but the interesting part to me is that it's met with, let me see if I can have this, unexpected sadness. And I feel that the unexpected sadness could be your interpretation. And that, now, meaning, indeed, your ex can be thinking about you. But your interpretation of that, I'm suddenly thinking about her, translating into sadness, doesn't necessarily mean that she's sad. I would say that that is your wistful longing for what could have been, perhaps the sadness at recognizing that you wanted something so much more profound and it became so much less. There is that moment of bittersweet analysis where, so many times in a relationship, all these beautiful parts are there. They're like in the foundation. And we look at it with optimistic eyes and we think, well, of course this can grow. And I see all this wonderful stuff and these moments that we had, and they're so precious. And then there is that feeling of sadness when it has been unlived and unsustainable, that this potential was there, but remains dormant. And I think that's the wistful moment that is your interpretation of the moment of her psychic thought. Just saying. It's very hard to prove this stuff. This is just my take on that. And that's probably because you wanted so much more. That's my feeling about this. The energy in all of this is immense. It is hard for us to discuss in tangible terms, but if you have experienced it, you know exactly what I'm talking about. There's no thought that leaves that doesn't end up someplace else. But remember also, certain individuals are far more receptive and aware, and others, it can just fly right by them. They don't recognize it. So it's all about your level of consciousness and your level of awareness. And then secondarily, your layer of interpretation that lies upon that. So thank you for this question. I love getting into this realm. I don't do it very often, but I do like it, and I really appreciate this. So thank you so much, Mark. And for those of you who want to ask me a question and you want to talk to me, you can chat me up on Magnify, which is by the minute. Go to my website, susanwinter.net. You can book me by the day or by the hour. And thanks a lot for this.